Hey guys, just thought I'd do a quick video about a possible forthcoming group build, which has just been proposed by a fellow modeller, Sean Deary of Sean's Scale Modelling channel. Now Sean messaged me this morning about it, along with my other friend Mike Cohen, who sent me a link about this GB. And initially I thought to myself, well, this is a damn good idea, because obviously come November the 11th this year, it marks 100 years since the end of the First World War and Armistice Day. And it basically is to be a remembrance build from the First World War through every other war up to the modern day, in tribute to all our armed forces and the sacrifices they've made, which I think is a bloody good idea, and I'm definitely on board with this. Now I know I was proposed not to get involved in any more group builds this year, but this one was hard to resist because I have a particular military lineage in both sides of the family to the armed forces, because obviously on my father's side and my mother's side, both my grandfathers fought in the First War, and on my father's side there was my late Uncle Eric, who was actually, well, late Uncle Eric Avery, who was in the Royal Navy during the course of the Second World War. He basically was sunk twice on Atlantic convoys, and also took part in the D-Day landings on one of the landing craft, embarking the troops on the beach. I think it was either Sword or Juno Beach, I don't know. And my late Uncle Pete, who actually was in the National Service and served out in the Middle East. Also on my mother's side, there's my Uncle John Mead, who was in the Royal Air Force as an Air Force engineer for, I think it was Treble 2 Squadron, who were flying Sunderland flying boats. And unfortunately he did witness his CO being killed when one of the actual aircraft took off and barrel rolled and killed the entire crew. So that was obviously affected him greatly. And he was an engineer in the Royal Air Force, and he's still, well, as far as I know, he's still a keen modeller, like myself, but mainly based on aircraft. So I just thought I'd put a little shout out there for you, Uncle John. So there you go. So basically this is another reason why I want to take part in this group build, because obviously I have a lot of respect for the armed forces and what they do, and obviously for the guys who didn't come back from both wars, the first and the second, and wars in between up to today. So it can be any aircraft, any tank, ship, even a bust or figure or diorama or vignette from the First World War up to today. So I've got a fair idea of what I want to do. It's going to be linked to two group builds, this possible one and also Chancellor North Wales First World War group build, which he's probably forgotten about. So Len, I'm keeping my promise, my friend, although it might be beyond the completion date for yours, which is, as far as I remember you saying, the 11th of November. So I'm keeping my promise to you. And yeah, it should be quite interesting actually. I don't know how long they're proposing this group build for. Probably more than likely Sean will go into it when he does his intro video. I just thought it would save me having to message God knows how many modelers I'm connected to on Facebook and various other forums, because it would have taken me 2 days. So I thought, well, I'll do a video and then everybody gets the message that way. So there you go. Yeah, that's it basically. So as far as I know, it's from November the 11th this year. How long it's running for, I don't know yet. Just give your feedback to Sean. and then if we get enough people on board, it will go ahead, which I've got a pretty good feeling it will do. I think he's going to call it the Remembrance Group Build or Buddy Build, I don't know. So yeah, that's it basically. As regards my builds, I'm hoping to get the Sea Harrier finished this week, as I've got the week off. There's not much more to do on it. I've just basically got to get the undercarriage glued in place, which is sitting on at the moment, dry fitted, because I wanted to place the figure on it for the little dio I'm doing. Dio base is done. Aircraft is virtually done. As I say, I've just got a few detail parts to get finished on it and assembled and put on and painted, and then she's going to be done. So possibly I might get the final reveal vid done either the end of this week or possibly the beginning of next week. So there you go. And then I'm going to jump back on the Curse Group build, the 75th anniversary one, which is due to finish this week, I think on the 5th of July, which I think, if I'm right in saying, was the beginning of the Battle of Kursk. So it's not going to get done, Knife Marge, I will tell you that now, but I am going to carry on because I know you're going to keep the page, the Facebook page open until everybody else who didn't get their builds done gets them completed. And yeah, I want to jump back on that because obviously I'm more used to doing the armour builds. She's been sitting here for the last 3.5 months rather neglected. So I want to get that done out the way. And then obviously Tim Edwards Scale 100 group builds due to finish on July the 11th. I'm still going to persevere without Tim because also it's a tribute to my dad who passed away 11 years this year on the so I think it was the 19th of August, because I was going to do the Hunter but had issues with that one, so put that one on the back burner. And this one's going to, I think, be a little bit more of an easier little build. And believe it or not, he actually saw the prototype Swift fly at Farnborough. So there you go. And it was a favourite his alongside the Hunter. So there you go. So I think I've waffled on enough as it is. So all I shall say, as I normally do when I end my videos, is get kit crazy, happy modelling, and I'll speak to you soon. Cheers.